here in Macclesfield, and I hope you're having a great virtual Barnaby festival. It's been great so far. The parade, the virtual parade, we saw lots of amazing things, and we participated in a fantastic little puppet show from the amazing Roger Baker, which was incredible. And yeah, so it's been great. It's been a different kind of festival, but that's the beauty of Barnaby, isn't it? It's always a little bit different, and so this year maybe that was perfect for Barnaby. I just want to say very quick, well not quick, but a special congratulations to friend of the festival, Becca Smith, on the birth of a Barnaby baby. Yes, a Barnaby baby, which is amazing, so exciting. So congratulations to everyone involved. So yeah, so as we know, the festival theme this year is vision. Vision. I have to admit, it was only yesterday that I realised 2020 vision. Yeah, just yesterday. I'm hoping there were a few other people that hadn't put that together, but from what I'm hearing so far, I am currently the only one. So yeah, but hey ho, you know, at least I got there in the end. So yeah, so a vision of the future is what I'm going to do. So it's FunnyVision. Welcome to FunnyVision, as I said at the start. And the vision of the future is something that I did last year on the preparation for what was going to be this year's festival. I was asked by Barnaby to go down to AstraZeneca for a special day where children and families came, and part of what I was doing was children come up to me and give me ideas of what they thought the future was going to be like. So we decided to take that idea today and do a similar kind of thing. So I'm going to show you, as I said, I'm a cartoonist. And the great thing about being a cartoonist is that anything goes. There are no rules to cartooning. And so when you're dealing with the future as well, nobody knows what's going to happen in the future, it's the perfect match. So you can, basically, the only thing that's going to stop you creating something with any kind of art is your ideas. It's not about being good at it. It's not about how great you are, your skill. It's confidence and ideas. If you've got lots of ideas and lots of confidence just to grab a pen and a piece of paper and draw, then that is perfect. And that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to take you through my fantastic little flip chart here. And I'm going to be showing you how to, a bit of a step-by-step, so a bit of chat, a bit of drawing at the same time. And around about 11:30, so I'll keep a check on the time, we're going to do, I've just got a little piece of paper with my information here. I wrote it down, you know, I can't remember everything. And so any drawings, so what I want you guys to do is draw along with me. So, well, you know, I'll go nice and slow, but not too slow, so it's boring. And any drawings that you draw with me, you can tag hashtag Barnaby or at Barnaby. So this is hashtags, one of these little rascals here, or at Barnaby. And you can do that, and I'm going to be checking those out with the rest of the guys on the, from the Barnaby Festival. I'm going to be checking them out on Twitter, so I'll be able to see the feed there, so I can share and give a little bit of a shout out to any of your drawings. And you can keep sharing your work as well afterwards, because I'm going to be coming back at 2 o'clock, and we're going to take, so the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to show you the vision of the future, is we're going to I'm going to show you how to do a bit of a character from the future, my idea of what somebody from the future might look like. And then at 2 o'clock, we're going to take that character and we're going to put that character into a futuristic kind of setting. And basically it's a way of really showing how you can just keep adding elements to it and building on a drawing and create something amazing, because there are no rules and no restrictions. So that is the chat bit over, the chat portion of the workshop. What I want you guys to make sure you've got is some paper. I like to go A4 because I've got a small table here. If you've got a large table, you can go A3, you know. If you've got a super large table, you can go A2. And if it's even bigger than that, I can't even comprehend that. But yes, so feel free to share your photographs as well on the Twitter of you drawing as well. So not just your drawings, actually your actual drawings, okay? Because that would be great to see that, okay? So, and also what, as well as so I can everybody else hear that? So as well as your paper, A4 paper, you're going to need some pens. Now today, because it's Barnaby, I thought I'd upgrade my my pen container from a little tub that I got from Cinemac, used to get the popcorn tubs, to a fantastic Fez. Yes, it's a felt pen, it's a Fez full of felt pens, okay? So if you've got a Fez nearby, make sure you put your pens in it and give them a little shake like that. I like to go with felt pens only. You're not going to need pencils or rubbers because there's no, I don't want you to worry about starting again. It's not right. Why is it not right? I'm going to rub it out, I'm going to start again. We're going to use felt pens because there's no rules, there's no right or wrong. okay? However you're going to draw what I'm kind of telling you to draw, you do it your way, okay? It's your drawing. And as well as having paper and pens, you're going to need something to keep you hydrated. I like to go with the classic tap water or Corporation Pop. And this time I've gone with a cheeky little slice of lemon. So one for me, and one for my homies. And so you haven't got to keep rushing off to the tap, and you might not have a waiter nearby or a butler. I suggest you get a little decanter or a jug. I've got a little jug here. So yes, I can keep topped up. So without further ado, let's get going. So get your piece of paper. What I'm going to do first, because my flip chart is quite tall, I have a little YouTube show, and if anybody of you watching has seen that, you'll know what's going to happen next. But if you haven't, prepare to be amazed. So I have to kind of look at a little bit of a line here because I've got a tall flip chart, but I'm going to put a line in here, okay? It's a safety line. If I draw anything below that line, you guys are not going to see it. However, lines are boring, okay? But I put a line in, but now I'm going to draw a fish, okay? A fish, yes, a fish. And it's the first rule of cartooning, okay? Nothing. Look, he's there. You can just about see him when I do it. You can see him when I do that. You can just about see it. Nothing below the fish. If I draw anything below that fish, you're not going to be able to see it. So nothing below the fish. Feel free to draw your own fish on there as well. So let's do it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you how to draw a character from the future, and also that character maybe in a little bit of a vehicle. So all cartoons are basically built up of lines and shapes, and you'll see repetitive shapes throughout the whole of this drawing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a line straight across here, okay? And I want you to do the same. So a nice line straight across, and draw nice and big. I'm drawing big because I've got a big space here, but I want you to draw nice and big. Don't draw a little small little thing that you think, oh, no one can see this. Nice and big, nice and big. And now you've done that line straight across, we're going to do, say it with me, draw a curve shape like that, okay? A curve shape. So it's kind of like half a circle or half an oval, more of like half an oval really, I suppose. So we've got that in place there. Now, after you've drawn this curve shape, right, I want you to draw another line now. We're going to do a similar shape here. We're going to do a line around here, like another curve kind of like that, okay? Got it? So it's kind of like we're going to start completing this bit. We've done this is the whole piece here, but now we're just doing a little part of this. So as you can see, this shape here is basically just a flip of that. And then we're going to do a line straight down, okay? Look at that. Line straight down. Now, inside this, now what we're going to do now, okay, so we've got, this is kind of like our basic shape for our vehicle, okay? This is where all great things are going to happen, but we're going to jump away from this bit now, and we're now going to draw the character that's inside. Now, it's your vision of the future. If you've got an idea of what your character from the future who's riding this vehicle is going to look like, you can go for it. Some of you like to cut loose and just go for it, whatever you wish to do. But I'm going to show you, if you haven't got an idea of what that might look like, how you can do that. So I've been having a think, and I have a big thought that in the future, we're definitely going to have these kind of things. So we're going to shape like that. It's kind of like a sausage, or maybe even a ciabatta loaf. You know, you never know. You know, everybody likes a nice ciabatta. You know, so then what we do this little shape here, and then inside that shape, you do the exact same shape again, but a little bit smaller. And because I've got these fantastic felt pens here, you can do thick lines and you can do thin lines with a point. So inside, and you can get a thinner line by just not pressing on as hard as well. So you kind of just get a little line in there, very delicately get it in there. All right, okay, similar line, you can see that? Fantastic. Now, I'm going to do an ear, okay? Like that, an ear, okay? That's how I draw an ears, like that. Or one of the ways I draw an ear. I've done bigger ears, rounder ears, but for this instance, we're drawing an ear. Maybe it's kind of going this way because this vehicle is whizzing along. Now, inside the ear, we're going to draw what is technically known as an ear thingy. That's this part of the ear. That is known here. So you've got your main ear here, but then the bit inside is known as the ear thingy. Okay, so if you ever go to the doctor and you're having trouble with this part of your ear, you say, "Doctor, it's my ear thingy," and he'll know exactly what you're talking about. Okay, so the ear thingy, it's the same kind of thing. We've done that shape here, the ciabatta shape, with the same one inside it. Then we've done the ear shape, then with the ear thingy shape, which is exactly just reduced down. So it's all repetitive kind of shapes. Now, I'm going to do a little line straight across, similar to this line. I'm going to do it here, okay? and then another one. This is kind of like, this is basically, I'm going to give you a heads up. This is kind of like a future visor. There's going to be a lot of visors in the future. Like I wear glasses, but in the future, I'm going to be wearing like a super cool visor. It's going to make me look a little bit like a robot. Okay, so now what we're going to do, speaking of robots, in the future, you're going to have to cope with this. We're all going to be part robot. It's just the way it's going to be. We're going to be part human, part robot. It's just the way it's going to be. You have to deal with that, okay? So this is kind of like part human, part robot. So it's got an ear like we have. And then I'm going to do a little line here, so which is again similar to this, and then a smile like that, okay? Around it like that. Whenever I draw robots, you might have seen the little promotion for this live show. I always draw my robot mouths like this, and then some lines down like this, which is kind of like the teeth, okay? All right, you got it? Got it? Yeah. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to draw a line straight down, okay? Like that. Got it? All right. And again, with these pens, if you're using these pens, they're kind of like, they're just Crayola markers and they're just like brush pens. When you turn on the side, you get these big fat lines as well. So try and get yourself a nice fat line as well. So we do another one here like that, okay? Got it? All right. Take a little drink break. One for me. One for my homies. All right. Okay. Now, this robot, in the future, robots are going to have hair, okay? Now, I'm going to draw my hairstyle here for my robot, but you might have already thought, robots with hair, that sounds amazing, and you're already off. You're off drawing robots with hair, okay? If you aren't, then stay with me, because I'm going to go like this. Because this robot is whizzing along, or maybe this is just how his hair looks anyway, if he was standing still, we're going to do like that, okay? Just keep going, basically. Oh, look at that. Fantastic. Look at that hair, okay? It's a mountain of hair just whizzing along on this robot's head. Now, what we can do a couple of things. It's a fantastic hairstyle. Some of you might be rocking this hairstyle currently in lockdown. And I hope you're all staying safe, by the way. And I hope you're all, if you are drawing this with other people, maybe they're the people who are in your little bubble. Or if maybe you've done this somewhere slightly public. I hope if you're two families coming together, make sure you keep a nice distance. So got to maintain that kind of thing so we can get through all this. So because we're going back to the visor bit here now, you can either do a couple of little dots for the eyes, all right, or you can do three little lines, ding, 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 like that. I mean, you can see those. They're just little lines. I'll do them up here a little bit bigger because this drawing, don't worry, I'm going to do like that, basically, which is kind of like when you have glass or a window, you just do three little lines, or that's what I do, three little lines, and those lines indicate like a little bit of a reflection, a little bit of where the sun's kind of hitting. So that's how you kind of draw glass. It's really simple, okay? So if you were doing a window like that, look at that, it's a window. Check it out. It's literally what you do. Ding, 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 like that. Perfect. Okay. So I'll do a few little pop-up little bits here, but you don't have to worry about those. So now we're going to draw. So just for the little bit for the detail fans out there, because I know you guys are out there, we're just going to do a little line across like that. Okay. Okay. And then now we're going to draw. A little hand. So don't worry about this bit here. We're going to draw a little hand here like that. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now in cartoons, you always draw 3 fingers and a thumb. You don't bother with this rascal here. 3 fingers and a thumb, okay? I haven't got time for 4 fingers, okay? Most classic cartoons have got the 3 fingers and a thumb. It just feels right. If you were to draw another finger, it just never feels right for me. So you draw 3 fingers. I'm just doing 3 fingers here. It's kind of like a grip kind of hand, like that, okay? You got it? Right. And then coming out of there, I want you to do another line, okay? So you see lines, shapes. Okay, and then at the end of that, it's first time of the drawing. This is quite a surprise. A circle. Okay, so this is kind of like the little gear stick or the lever, and then you've got the hand here, and then sorry, the stick here goes behind the hand, and then it pops out here, and it just goes straight down there to the bottom. Okay, Mark, where's his arm? You might be saying. Yes, I heard you. Don't worry, it's coming. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an arm like that, and then around the same shape like that. Okay, see it? Now, don't worry that line there is going over the top of that. You can kind of thicken that up a little bit, make it like he's kind of got a little bit of a glove, or you can just not worry about it. It doesn't matter. Because we're not using pencils, if you were doing a pencil drawing, you then put ink over the top of it, you could then only draw that bit in ink and then that bit and not worry about that. But for the sake of this, we're just having fun. No one's going to complain about, I can see the line behind it. It's all, you say it's part of the style. It's part of the style. Calm down. All right. Okay. So we kind of got half robot, half person. I don't really know what's going on with this guy or girl. You know, this is the future. You know, I'm not in control of this. So then I'm going to just sort of start filling things up a little bit. If it is a robot kind of thing, we have some maybe little buttons or flashing lights kind of thing, and maybe some little panels. You could do a few little things like that, okay? So you've got like a robot kind of body, or maybe that's built into their clothes, or it's hard to say. But just and this is great because you can just keep adding things, and whatever ideas you've got, you know, you can have just clocks on our bodies, with the time on, or maybe built-in music players, so you could walk along, and rather than having to carry a little device, you just walking along with your music built in, you just tap yourself like that and the music starts playing. So you could have something like that. And if you were going to do that, maybe if this was blaring out some music, you could do a few little lines like that, you see. So I'll do that a little bit bigger as well in case you can't see it. So say that panel there is there, you could do a few little lines, okay, and then to get some little musical notes, you do this. This basically shows music, where you just basically put notes nearby, okay, like that. And that shows the person who's looking at the picture, there's some music kind of going on, all right? So if this was a panel here, and you could even do it like that, you know, like that, okay? Blaring out some music, because we might have built-in music or built-in anything, I don't know, the radio, TV, you know, it might play the TV and you can see it in front of your eyes. Who knows what's going to happen? Right, so we've got the one arm there. If you've got room, you want to draw another arm, then that's okay. But I might actually do this. Again, then we're going to show you now how. So we sat in his little space car, and we're going to do a little shape here. That's kind of like the seat. So it's leaning back on the seat, and so that's, you know, he's kind of leaning back. If I lean back too much, you can't see me. Leaning back on the seat. And then, but what we could do, so you know, because this is cartoon, we're just having a bit. Well, we're going to add a little bit more to the vehicle, and I'm going to come back to another little idea. So I can kind of see where I've got spaces to draw things. So I'm going to do a little thing here, a little pipe thing, kind of like an exhaust, and I'm going to do some little ding, 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 ding lines like that. Okay, you can do that. So that's popping out of the back there, and that's maybe a little bit of smoke. Okay, popping out there. And you can just keep adding bits. Once I finish this bit, if you want to keep adding other little bits to your drawing, you can do. Oh, I'm just going to quickly whiz back over here. Remember I said to you like how you do the little reflection on the glass? I'm going to do that here. So this is kind of like the windscreen kind of bit of the little thing, of the little vehicle. I'm going to do ding ding like that, just 3 little lines like that. Okay, all right, fantastic. So let's finish this vehicle off, and then we're going to come back to this space. Okay, so this thing is kind of whizzing along. We know because of the hair and the ears, it's just whizzing along. He's heading off to work or wherever people are going to go in the future. Who knows where you'll be going in the future? Hopefully it'll be someplace fun. So I'm going to take some of these little circle ideas and some of these little panels that I've done here, and I'm going to replicate them down here. So let's just do 3 kind of circles. I always tend to do 3. Don't ask me why. I said don't ask me why. If you're asking, please don't. I don't know. All right. And then I'm going to do a little shape here like that. It's just a little shape. And this is, again, for the detail fans out there. 1, 2, 3. I nearly did 4 then. That would have blown your minds, wouldn't it? All right. And then another one here. So it's the same. So it's kind of like a little bit of a flip. But then on this one, I'm going to do a little line like that. Little 2 lines like that, should I say. And it's kind of like a little, it's just detail. And maybe we could do another curve shape like that, which is kind of like the door. And then a door needs a little handle. You could just do a little circle handle, or you could do a kind of like a handle like that, a little bit more fancy, a little fancy handle like that. So it's a little door to get out of. All right. And then let's go over to this side. Let's really make this cook. Okay. So we've got the little exhausty kind of pipe thing here, or whatever this is. And then we're going to do another couple of lines like that. 1, 2. Okay. And then we're going to do down at the bottom there, another couple of lines there. All right. And then we're going to just do a line at the end of that, nice and fast. And again, don't worry if your line pings past. It's not about getting it neat. It's just about capturing a bit of spirit, bit of energy. All right. Now, I'm going to do this kind of shape, kind of 1, 2. And then, this is the great bit, with a big sort of blast of kind of fire, rocket, kind of jet thrusters, or whatever you can imagine. However you think this machine, this car, this spacecraft is being propelled across the page. All right, like this. Okay, 3. And then I always like to do these little kind of dots. These are just kind of like the little bits, the bits that come off. Right, 1 second. While you catch up, you might have said, right, just take it all in, while I just head to my nice little jug. I had a bit of an incident yesterday, unfortunately. I had a decanter that I've been using for my workshops. Unfortunately, the decanter broke. It was a very sad day. I christened my decanter Douglas. So fortunately, Douglas is no longer with us. It's a sad day. So I've now gone with Jenny the jug. All right. So fill her up. 1 for me. And 1 for my homies. So back to this. So we've kind of got now, this is really taking shape. And we've got the character in his car or her car flying along, and we're now seeing what is actually propelling them across this character across. We've got the big jet burst coming out of here, and you can add a few little, I do these little swirly things which are kind of like the little puffs of smoke. You can do that if you wish, and then you can add a little bit more detail. So I'm taking the little detail here, lines here, this kind of pipe, and I'm just adding those there. And so you can kind of look around, and sometimes you look and see space and you think that space needs filling, and then other times you see the space and you think, no, I don't need to do anything else here. All right. So now we're going to do a little, this is a really easy trick, and it's basically the same thing as the 3 lines, 1, 2, 3. I don't know what it is about threes. It's something, it must be my kind of rules that I've kind of got in place with how I draw. You have certain things that you do that you might find as well when you're drawing, that you just do those the same way. If you like to draw cartoons, you might, or anything, you might have a certain way that you draw noses or a certain way that you draw knees, and it's just the way you do it. You don't know when that actually happened, when you made that decision, and then it's the same way for me. 3 fingers, 3 little circles, 3 3s. You know, it's a lot of 3s going on. So going back to the 3, I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now, what that does is it just shows that this is just hovering above. It's not touching the ground. There's no wheels. It's hovering, and you don't even really need, because, and for this particular one, we're not doing. We're not going to do. I'm not going to do the background. I'm going to take this guy that we've done, or girl, or non-specific, and we're going to put that character into a world, into a future kind of vision. So we're not going to do any more background on this one, but this is just a little teaser to show you how you can show the drawing is off the ground. So the minute you do that, it stops it from being just a flat kind of drawing. Suddenly gives it a little bit of, oh, okay, this is just, you know, we're lifting off kind of here. Now we know it's coming in, so from this side, so these lines just kind of, they just add that little bit of extra motion. Okay. And you can do, and another way to add a little bit of motion as well, we've got the hair kind of billowing. There's a fantastic word. Barnaby billowing is what we're going to nickname it for today. If you've not billowed at Barnaby, then you've not had a good time, in my opinion. So what we've got the hair billowing here, and you can do these fun little extra bits to show a little bit of movement. This is the easiest way you can show movement in cartoons, where your pictures stop being just a drawing and start to become almost part of a comic. So this is this could be a panel in a comic. So you can have these little lines here, okay, and they're little wobble lines. Now, strangely enough, I only just do 2 of those. Right, we do 3 of these with just 2 wobble lines. I don't make the rules up. This is just what happens. All right. So, and then another couple here, and then, hey, let's do another couple here. So you can just basically see the motion. So you know that this is kind of moving along. And if you want, you can add a little bit more here, you know. Again, it's just a little bit of motion. And usually you only tend to do that around if you want to really sort of highlight that something is moving. You don't tend to do that on everything. If a character was running or moving around, then most of their limbs would need some kind of little lines around them and near them. And you can do a little swirly thing like this. I always like to do a little swirly thing. So again, it shows it's coming in from one side of the drawing to the next, one side of the page or the panel to the next. So yeah, if you need to emphasize that something is moving, you do the little lines. So if you were going to wave like that, everybody wave. Can you all wave? Fantastic. Very nice of you. Good wave, madam. Good wave. Then if you were drawing that wave, you would do the little motion lines, but only to zone in on the areas that need it, okay? Unless the whole thing is kind of moving. So we talked earlier about the arm. And see, I'm seeing this bit here. I just want to do a few little things in there because I'm a wild man. All right. We talked about the other arm. We talked about if you've got room for an arm, put it in. If you haven't got room for an arm, it doesn't matter. I've kind of just put the front arm here, the forearm, but then we've got the other arm, which would technically be behind. Now, maybe everybody in the future only has one arm. You know, again, if that's the case, we've got to deal with that. All right. But in this case, that isn't the case, right? That makes sense. In this case, it isn't the case, right? So what I've just seen this opportunity here, which I might not carry through when we do the next drawing, when I take this guy and kind of, I'm going to simplify this guy a little bit because it's going to be a smaller drawing in a bigger space. So I might not do this a little bit, but this is me now showing you how to have a bit more fun with some space. So we've got an arm here. So let's just do an arm. So I kind of see this arm as though it's behind this bit of the body here. This is the body here, okay? And I see this bit I'm now going to draw that's coming out from behind. You might, when I draw it, see it differently. You might think, well, it just looks like it's sticking out of his back. That's fine, okay? So it's coming out here. I'm going to do an arm like that. Nice, long, bendy robot arm, all right? Again, this is the kind of thing you can expect in the future. So I've done this, you know, so it's two kind of the exact same line, just following it around with a little bit of a gap, and then we'll do the little thing here. In fact, I'm going to do this bit. So maybe in the future, we all have one kind of human arm and one robot arm. That would be pretty cool. In fact, that's what's happening. And when that does happen, if you could just remember that it was me that mentioned that, I'm just going to straighten up the old Barnaby badge there. Check it out. They move around a lot. But if you can remember that it was me who first announced that on the Barnaby 2020, that we're all going to have one human arm and one robot arm. You know, just think about me when that discovery actually happens. So we've got the bendy arm here, and then we're going to do a hand. You know, it's got to have a hand at the end of it, okay? And we do little fingers like that, okay? So the thumb and 3 fingers, and then what every robot loves. What could this robot be holding? Well, you know, I think this robot could be holding, what could he be holding? I don't know. Well, let's say he's going to, well, do you know what? I think this robot has got some pieces of paper, okay? It's got some pieces of paper, and because this robot has come from the future to deliver the drawings that he's just done of this workshop. He's done this workshop. He's come from the future. He did this workshop in the future. Yes, stay with me. He's done this workshop in the future. He's now traveling from the future to 2020 to deliver the drawings of himself that he's just done in this workshop. He's already on his way. So we've been drawing the future that's coming and it's colliding with the present. Am I blowing your mind? I hope so. All right, that bit I hadn't planned, it just came to me. All right, so that's what he's doing. So these are the drawings here, and we'll just sort of, you know, he's got his little drawings, you know. So if you want to draw on here, the drawings, I think there's an actual term for when things have got things on them. So I've seen like comic book characters holding a comic book and they're on a cover of a comic book, and the cover of the comic book that they're holding is the cover that they're on, and then there's a cover inside that. I don't know what it is, but that's what he is. This robot person is coming from the future to visit Barnaby 2020 with the drawings that he's just done because he's watched this in the past. It's mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing, but this is science for you. Any scientists, you know, they'll know. They'll be like, yeah, Mark, we know what you're talking about. Okay. So there we go. So this basically is how we create a character from the future, a vision of the future, what robot people are going to look like. And I'm really hoping that you guys have been having a good time drawing along. And some of you might still be catching up. If you are, that's not a problem. It's not a race. Don't you worry. And some of you might have already started to share some drawings. So I might have a look in a couple of seconds. I'm going to have a quick look to see whether you guys, so give yourselves a bit of chance. If you've got any drawings now you want to share and you want to do the old hashtag Barnaby, or that's an @Barnaby on Twitter. I think you can, we're going to just be checking out Twitter, but if you put them on Facebook or Instagram or I don't know, MySpace, I don't know what you crazy kids use these days, you can, we'll check those all out, but I'm just going to be checking out Twitter at the moment. But yeah, but in between now and then, between now and the next show at 2 o'clock, I can have a look at those as well, and the Barnaby guys and gals will jump on those and do a lot of retweets. There's going to be a lot of retweeting. Okay, we're going to be having lunch, but retweeting as well. So it's like a combination lunch retweet kind of session. So I'm just going to have a little cheeky one for me, and an extra cheeky one for my homies. Right, so let's have a quick look. I see what we've got going on. I'll see whether there's anybody sharing anything. This could be the point where we see nothing, or we could see lots of amazing things. Let's see what's happening. Right, I'm going to do the old share-a-roo here. Click that. There you go. Fast, fast, fast. Right. I've got to. Oh, there's a few little things happening. Let's have a quick see. Screen sharing. Refresh that there. Oh, it's coming. We're drawing the future. Here we go. Barnaby's there. Oh, look at me there. Oh, luckily we haven't got my bald spot, which is good. Okay. Let's have a look. We've got a few. Anybody else? How do we do? Let's tweet some replies. Let's have a look. See if anybody's hashtagging. Come on, guys. Don't let me down. There's a football player there. I don't know what he's doing. Yeah, we've got nothing so far. There's a young man there. Look at him. He's exploring. FunnyVision there. Oh, look at that. The parade. Wasn't the parade amazing? So cool yesterday to see the parade in such a different way, but everybody got in the spirit of it, as they always do for Barnaby, which is always so cool. Everybody really gets stuck in and gets involved, and it's so nice. Macclesfield is an amazing place, and we'll have a festival where we're all together again very soon. And I'm really looking forward to that. I'm sure you guys are. So there, look at that. Oh, it's nice to see my drawing here the other way around, because I'm kind of looking at it this way, but then when I look on the screen, it's the opposite way. So now I see exactly, look at it, isn't it fantastic? So yes, okay. So then let's have a, we've got a couple of notifications. Let's check to see that those might be my notifications. Oh, here we go. Abby, she's shared, we're live, share your wonderful creations. Let's do another, I'm going to throw a couple of little retweets out there. So people can, anybody following me can maybe do the same thing. See Barnaby differently, vision of the future. Yeah, you can hashtag, hashtag, oh, here we go. Share your drawings or questions here on Twitter by tagging, oh, hang on a sec. I told you, hashtag Barnaby. You've got to hashtag see Barnaby differently. Oh my word, here we go. Let's get in here, okay? Hashtag see Barnaby differently. Oh, hang on a second. We got room. Differently. Okay, there you go. Oh, sorry. Hang on a sec. Yeah, let's go. Stop the old share so you can see that better as well. We see that. So see hashtag see Barnaby differently. Can we see that? Okay. Yeah. So if you want to hashtag that, you can still hashtag Barnaby. It's not going to do any harm, is it? I'm sure. You know, you could even. And you can do the old at Barnaby if you actually want to sort of say something as well. At Barnaby, I'm having an amazing time. I enjoyed the parade. At Barnaby, I've been really enjoying doing the cartoon drawing. Or at Barnaby, you know, congratulations to Becca Smith. Whatever you want to do, you know, just go for it. Remember, here's another word. So here was billow. If you're billowing at Barnaby, or we could do a barrage at Barnaby, an online Barnaby barrage, which would be fantastic. And remember, with it being 2020, because of 2020 vision, yes, I'm the only one who didn't get that. It's okay. I got it in the end. It's okay. So yes, so keep doing. So remember that this is all about adding shapes and adding more detail. This is quite a chaotic kind of drawing. I'm going to simplify that for the bigger picture that we're going to do afterwards. And that bigger picture, so you're going to need some paper and some pens again. And maybe for this one, you might want to do a slightly bigger drawing. So if you haven't got any A3 paper, you can just get 2 A4s together and get a responsible adult, or the adult that you've got nearby. You know, they might not be responsible, who knows? But you know, that's whatever you've got, go with it. And you can get a piece of paper, a bit of A4, and put them together with a bit of sellotape. And hey presto, you've got an A3 piece. You could then do the same thing again with 4. Hey presto, you've got A2, all right? And so if you want to do the drawing, because we're going to do, it's not going to be as big as this. I'm still going to be on this board. So mine's going to kind of be a small one here in the middle. So I'm going to kind of simplify this element here, and then we're going to draw really lots of cool things of what the future will be like around that. So I'll show you you know, kind of like an environment kind of thing, how buildings might look, or how I think buildings might look. And you can basically add whatever you want, but I will show you the basics, and then you can follow along my drawing, and then you could do that. And then afterwards, once we're all finished, you could then do another one. And if it encourages you to do even more drawings, that's fantastic. And share all those drawings as well while you're doing them. Again, with the vision of the future. And see Barnaby differently, hashtag Barnaby, or, you know, hashtag, you know, you could, if you want, I don't know, hashtag Barnaby Festival. You could go that way as well. So let's just finish off this. So yes, we started with shapes. We started with the kind of the oval shape with a line. Then we took, and it was all about using elements that we've seen. So if you look at this drawing, there's lots of multiple versions of the same kind of shape. You've got curves here, you've got curves there, you've got straight lines, you've got curves here. So this basically, the mouth is basically this shape here. And then you've got the straight line. So basically the mouth is basically the body of the spaceship. It's shrunk down with lines in it to show like the teeth. We've got this little kind of sausage or ciabatta kind of shape, bread roll, you know, whatever you want to do. We have the ear with the ear thingy. Remember, doctor, my ear thingy is hurting. And then we have the billowing hair, especially for Barnaby. And then we started then to come back down to the robot, adding a little detail for the detail fans, and the little circles and the squares. Have we got any squares? Have we got like these little rectangles? And again, I'm showing you how you could, if you've got circles and you want to show and they're lights, they're flashing lights. How think about how you can make them look like they were flashing very simply. All you do is just add a few little lines around them like that, which could technically make them. So that's kind of like a flashing light. But then, you know, if you just did a little smile and some little eyes, you've got the sun. You know, that's how you draw the sunshine as well. So it's all these the same little ideas that you can then change around and use for many different things. So it's the same notion. I'm drawing a circle, but for this time, this circle is going to be this. This circle is going to be a little sort of panels or details on this cool space kind of car. And then here, we've kind of got a squashed kind of circle, but it's kind of a circly kind of shape, which is kind of like the blast out of the back of the jet rockets on the car. And then here, the little clouds here, I draw them kind of like this, but really, if you think about it, they're basically 3 circles, kind of like that, okay, you see? But you're just not drawing the full circle. So it's again, it's repetitive shapes, we're using the same shapes. And then we had the circle here for the little handle of the gear stick, and then we got the arm, and then we went crazy and did like a long bendy kind of robot arm because we discussed this. We have to cope with this. We're all going to be part human, part robot in the future, okay? And then this robot, right, the final amazing thing was that we decided that this robot actually was visiting us from the future. He's watched, stay with me, he watched this workshop in the future. He's now traveled back in time from the future with his drawings to share the drawings of himself that we've all been drawing along with. Does that make sense? Who knows? It's Barnaby. It's all part of the fun. You've got it, if you're having, and that's what cartoon drawing is all about, making comics. It's all about having fun, creating new worlds, creating new characters, taking the things that you like to do, the things that you're inspired by, and you might like science fiction, you might like superheroes, you might just like everyday things, you might like fishing, you might like walking your dog. But we'll take those elements and put those into amazing situations. And if you've got ideas, and they can then give you ideas, the stories, you might already have ideas, but then think about, well, how if I took this and put that with it? Oh, wow, I've got an amazing idea. And that's what it's all about. The same way as we've done here, the vision of the future doesn't restrict us because we are just thinking about things. Well, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. This time last year, when I did my fun little vision of the future for Barnaby Festival at AstraZeneca, did I know that we were all going to be in our houses for 3 months? No, I didn't. But so anything can happen, as we've discovered this year. So who knows what might happen in the future in terms of how things can develop. We might have robots walking around with us. How cool would that be? You never know. The dinosaurs might be secretly working out how they're going to come back. You know, they could be working that out wherever they are up on Dinosaur Planet. Again, scientists will clarify that that is something that exists. Any scientists out there watching, they know about it. They're like, oh, Dinosaur Planet, I can't believe he's talking about that already. But yeah, Dinosaur Planet, so the dinosaurs are working out. So these are all ideas. Think about that. Think about how dinosaurs could return to Earth They're coming back in like big spaceships, maybe. So think about how you could draw that. If anybody out there wants to show me what dinosaurs returning to Earth looks like in the break between now and 2 o'clock, share that on the hashtag See Barnaby Differently, hashtag Barnaby, or at Barnaby. And you can do that on Facebook, you can do that on Twitter, you can do that on Instagram, and just for the fun of it, you can do it on MySpace. You could either, if you want, you could very safely draw your drawing, and you could take it with a responsible adult to somewhere in Macclesfield and stick it and pin it up and take a picture of it there and a landmark in Macclesfield. That'd be pretty cool. Make sure you're socially distant while you're doing that and keep, look after everybody who's around you. Well, that might be quite a cool thing to do, and that'd be a good spirit of Barnaby, wouldn't it, to do that kind of thing. So yeah, so you can, and so imagine basically you are only restricted by your imagination. And the more you take in, the more you read, the more you check out, comics you read, books you read, things you watch on TV, cartoons, films, the more you can take in those things and create amazing things. So what we're going to do, I'm going to quickly flip this over. So that is my drawing now, if you were finishing up in a couple of minutes. And so that is the drawing there that I've drawn for the Barnaby Festival. And when I flip it over, we're going to do that. So again, remember, hang on a sec. So when we come back, I'm going to be filling this space here with the smaller drawing of the main character, and we're going to be creating the environment, the world that character lives in, and it's going to be really exciting. So let me quickly do that. So stay tuned. So let's say stay tuned. What have we got here? Oh, hang on a second. Somebody's visited me from downstairs. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, this is a vehicle from the future. Wow, fantastic. And
try and guess what that is.
What is that? What is that? Let me guess. What is it?
Try and guess.
I can't guess. Oh no, it's not a poop, is it? Oh, somebody's drawn a poop. Look at that. But there we go. So there we go. Look, a vision from the future, and with the obligatory nothing below the fish. Fantastic. That is by my little daughter Florence. So fantastic. Well done, Florence. And hang on a sec. Who have we got here? All right, hang on a sec.
I did it a little friend.
We've got Nancy there. Bob, the future monster. Wow, look at that. Wow, this is real life hashtagging right here. And you've done a poop as well. What's going on with this? You did a poop first, and then Florence did one afterwards. Oh yeah, and also, I've not done this. Well done, Nancy. I forgot this. Nancy here has signed her name. You can see it. I don't know if you can see it clearly. She's done her name, NJ. Look at that. I was doing MJ. I forgot to do that on mine. Let's do it. Let's bring it back now. Well done, Nancy, for reminding me. So bring it back. Here we go. And you can sign your name if you want. So I'm going to do MJ like that. There you go. You can put your name in today. And that is how you finish your drawing. So fantastic. Good job. So yes, look at these. Marvellous. And I can't wait to see all the drawings from everybody else. So thank you very much for joining in downstairs. I had a good time. See you later. Thank you. So yes, we're going to flip this. So fantastic drawings, and I can't wait to see all yours. So should we just quickly flip back? We've got 2 minutes. Let's quickly flip back. I'm going to share that screen. Let's see if anybody's coming in. Come on, guys. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Let's do the old share there. Right. Let's do a little refresh. Let's see what's going on. Come on, come on. Let's see, let's see. We love it. Show, here we go. Sharon, fantastic. Oh my word, check this out. Barnaby billowing, 21st of the 6th, 2020. Fantastic. Look at that. I love it. Amazing. And again, look, see how this drawing is you can see all the elements that I was doing, but then this person who's done this, Sharon herself or one of her children, has brought triangles into this. Triangles into the mix, which is fantastic, and stars and little moon shapes, and that is where my drawing becomes your drawing, and you start taking over and adding the things that you like to draw. So straight away we've got all these amazing elements here. Well done, this is fantastic, good job. Oh, a little watch there as well, of course, yeah, fantastic. Oh, and we've got a little bit of a moon, and I don't know what this is here, maybe a stop sign, I'm not quite sure. Fantastic. Right, let's go back, let's see if anybody else. So yes, we love it, Sharon. See Barnaby differently. Let's have a see. Here we go. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. We've got a few here. Hang on. Oh, here we go. Right. There's my, look at this one. Wow. Lauren Smethurst. My attempt. Lauren, look at this. Fantastic. Loving it. Oh, nice bit of keyboard action there as well. Good job, Lauren. Nice little varying line weights as well there. Fantastic. Beautiful, beautiful work. I love it. Good job. there, Lauren. And let's go up here. Lauren, wow, Lauren is a natural. She is indeed. Woo! Bricks and water. He's the future's next big cartoonist. My year 5 lad loved your live stream. Fantastic. Year 5. Shout out to year 5. Shout out to all the school children. Some children going back to school tomorrow. Hope you enjoy yourselves. Stay well. Stay safe. Fantastic. Look at that. Good job. Loving it. Fantastic. He's living La Vida Loca there. Fantastic. Well, guys, this has been fantastic. I'm going to switch back to my little thing here. So I will be back at 2 p.m. UK time. You know, you might be watching in another country. If you are, hello. And yeah, I will be back at 2 o'clock. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the future.